Hi, here's Fabian Aellig from StudentReporter here in a beautiful park in Beijing. At the World Resource Forum 2012, I met Samuel Pickard, who had a quite interesting journey here to Beijing. So let's go and meet him. Samuel Pickard, and you, how old are you?
I'm 26.
You're 26, and where do you live?
I'm from Leeds in the UK.
Okay, and so you traveled from the UK to Beijing?
Yep.
But in a quite unusual way, you came by train?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Why did you do that? I mean...
Well, I work in low carbon technologies, and I thought to come all the way across the world by flying, I thought there must be a better way to do this.
Okay.
So, trying to conserve these world resources, I thought I'd set up an experiment where to see how much better it was for the world if we started travelling in different ways, and in particular if I could travel by overland methods rather than by flying.
Okay, and like how long did it take to come to Beijing? I mean, from Europe to China, it's like a huge way.
It's a long way, yeah. It took about 10 days, I think.
10 days.
10-11 days from the UK.
Yeah. And I mean, when you buy a ticket in the UK, it's usually to go into the UK or maybe to France with the Euro line.
Yep.
How do you proceed when you want to go to Beijing? I mean, you go to the train station and you say, I want a ticket to Beijing?
No, that's one thing. It takes a lot more planning.
Okay.
Not just the train tickets, but all the visas you need and things like that. But there are some companies that help you with it, and guidebooks as well. But no, I wouldn't say it was easy and straightforward. But it's interesting. You learn a lot about how trains work in different parts of the world. So.
Okay. And like for visa, did you have problems or?
Yes. I didn't realize one of my trains went through Belarus, and so I tried to go through Belarus without a visa, and had to avoid that and do something else instead. But no, apart from that hiccup, it's all been okay. Yeah, visas wise, it's great. I've got lots of stamps on my passport.
Okay.
Met lots of interesting people along the way.
Yeah. And like, did you make stops or did you sleep on the train? What did you do? Like, where did you sleep? And
all of the trains I've been on have beds in them as well, so they're all sleeper trains, including the ones in Europe actually. The longest stint on the train was 5 nights, which is quite a long time with no shower and just being on a train. It's like having a moving hotel. But no, it's very comfortable. I got a lot of work done, so when you can't get off a train and you have a laptop with you, it's a great time to write papers.
You talked about showers. How did you do for showers?
I didn't.
You didn't shower?
I didn't shower. No, 6 days without a shower.
Okay.
We don't tell many people that.
Yeah. And like, did you make stops or did you like, for example, where did you travel to first, maybe, and where did you stop?
Well, to Moscow it's fairly simple.
Okay.
And then from Moscow I got on a long journey to Ulaanbaatar in Mongolia.
Okay.
And that was a direct train that took me 5 days. And then I stopped there for 2 days just to catch up, relax a little bit. And then it's another 2 days from there to Beijing.
Okay. And when you arrived here, were you like exhausted or, I mean?
No, it's strange because you share a cabin with other people.
Yeah.
It's like having a forced bedtime. It's very strange. So I arrived very well rested. I didn't have any jet lag for the conference, so all of my friends that arrived from the UK were really tired, and they were sort of, oh, I need to go to sleep, I need to eat. But no, for me, I've just gradually been getting used to it, so quite good.
So do you have good memories or, I mean, good stories to tell?
I do. Some not for camera, but
okay.
Yeah, no, it's been great. I've met some wonderful people. I've learned a lot about culture as well as about myself and my lifestyle.
Yeah.
So that's something I was really keen to understand about how emission intensive lifestyle is and how that compares to across the world. And you really see that on the train as you move further east. So no, it's great, and I'm really looking forward to going back again.
Yeah?
Going back to...
Yeah, are you going directly to the UK back? Are you going with the train, by the way?
I am, but before I do that, I'm going to the Greenhouse Gas Technologies Conference in Kyoto in Japan.
Okay, so you're moving
further east.
Okay.
Yeah. So next week I get a boat to Korea, and then a train from the northwest to the southeast of Korea, and then a boat to Japan, and then another train. And then on the way back I get a boat from Korea to Russia, and then a train back across the whole of Russia from Vladivostok back to Moscow.
So no planes at all?
No, my hiccup in Belarus meant that I had to fly from Warsaw to Moscow to catch my train, because I didn't have the visa.
Because of the visa, but otherwise?
Otherwise, no.
So it's possible to travel by train nowadays?
Certainly. And the point is, I'm trying to quantify how many of my emissions, how it compares to if I had taken the plane. And as much as I was really upset about having to fly, I've worked out it was about 5% of the emissions that it would have cost if I'd flown the whole distance. So it's still definitely a benefit.
Okay. And would you recommend doing that, or is it like really too much work to do? Or
I think it depends on who you are, really. So if you can plan and you are okay on your own, and you have a lot of work to do, I know that sounds like a strange thing, but being shut away from the rest of the world and just it's like having a library. So if you can take the time and you can use it productively, I think it's a much better way to travel.
And you had a blog where you posted your posts?
Yes.
And how did you manage to get the internet?
Train stations, Starbucks. And then now we're in China, I can't access the blog, so I have to email. But you can set up the way you email it to post the blog. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. And I'll give you the address. And be interested to see what you think.
Yeah, thank you very much for your time.
No.
Thank you, Samuel, for this interesting interview, and thank you, Elena, for filming. I wish you a nice day here in Beijing, and I wish that this interview inspired you for your next travel. Bye.